During the night, we intensified our strike on the nuclear site in Isfahan and western Iran. On the screen, you can see the site where the process of reconverting enriched uranium is taking place. This is the next stage after uranium enrichment in the process of producing nuclear weapons. As part of the opening strike of the operation, we hit the site. Last night, we attacked it again. We struck it again in a large-scale attack, aiming to deepen our achievement. This is how the site looks now, after we went back and attacked it again. In the airstrikes, we also hit another site for centrifuge production. This is in addition to 2 such sites that we struck in Tehran last week. This is a cumulative blow that harms the Iranian regime's nuclear production capabilities.
Israel targeted 2 centrifuge production sites at Iran's Isfahan nuclear facility overnight in a second wave of strikes. Isfahan we targeted in the first 24 hours of our operation, but we carried out a second wave of strikes there overnight, deepening our achievements and advancing the damage to the facility, the military official told reporters. The repeated raids by the Israeli Air Force have dealt a severe blow to Iran's centrifuge production capabilities, the official added. Centrifuges are used to enrich uranium, both for civilian and military use, with the radioactive metal needing to be enriched to high levels for use in atomic weapons. Isfahan, in central Iran, is known to have a uranium conversion facility which processes raw, mined uranium. It also holds a nuclear fuel fabrication facility, which was inaugurated in 2009 and produces low-enriched fuel for use in power plants. On the first day of Israel's strikes on June 13, the Israeli military said it had struck a facility for producing metallic uranium, infrastructure for reconverting enriched uranium, laboratories, and additional infrastructure in Isfahan. Iran's Atomic Energy Agency said afterwards that the damage was not extensive and there was no cause for concern about radiation. Israel has also targeted Iran's 2 main underground nuclear sites, Natanz and Fordo.
Good afternoon and Shabbat Shalom. This is the 9th day of Operation Mkalbi. We are operating in Iranian airspace and striking deep into their nuclear and missile infrastructure. In the past 2 hours, alerts have been activated in several areas due to the infiltration of unmanned aerial vehicles from Iran. We are working to intercept these threats. The Air Force has been operating since the beginning of the war, thwarting threats against the State of Israel. But as I have already said, the defense is not airtight. You, the citizens, prove time and again that the Home Front Command's instructions are effective and provide the best protection. During the night, Air Force fighter jets, with precise guidance from the Intelligence Directorate, eliminated Saeed Jazari, the head of the Palestine Corps and the Quds Force. We took him out while he was hiding in a safe house in the city of Qom, deep inside Iran. We uncovered his location after a concentrated intelligence effort. We picked up his trail in recent days and completed his elimination tonight. Jazari invested significant efforts to advance the vision and principles of the extremist Iranian regime. He was one of the few who were the main founders and promoters of the actual plan to destroy the State of Israel, alongside Yahya Sinwar, Mohammed Deif, and other murderous terrorists. Jazari was one of the architects of the deadly terror attack on October 7th, and among the few who knew about it before it was carried out. As part of his role, he was responsible for military coordination between the Iranian regime and Hamas in Lebanon and Gaza. He coordinated terror operations and handled the budget that was transferred directly from Iran to Hamas in Gaza. In practice, Jazari was the main figure linking the Iranian regime to Hamas. He has a great deal of Israeli blood on his hands. We will continue to hunt down the architects of October 7th until the very last one. Another significant elimination tonight in western Iran. We eliminated Sharirit. Shariri was the commander of the Quds Forces Weapons Transfer Unit in the Revolutionary Guards. Footage of his elimination is now being broadcast on the screen. Shariri was responsible for transferring weapons from the Iranian regime to Hezbollah and its other proxies in the Middle East. Jizadi and Shariri were at the forefront of the Iranian project to bring the war into Israeli territory. In this operation, we brought the war to their territory. We eliminated them in Iran. Both of them are the best proof of the ongoing aggression of the Iranian regime against Israel and serve as further evidence of its responsibility for the war that has been going on for a year and 9 months. In addition, we also eliminated one of the drone commanders in the Revolutionary Guards Air Force, Amin Forhovi, who led, coordinated, and synchronized hundreds of drone launches from southwestern Iran into Israeli territory. The recent eliminations have been made possible thanks to unique joint operations between the Intelligence Directorate and the Air Force. They prepared the groundwork before launching the operation. These joint operations are still ongoing even now. During the night, we intensified our strike on the nuclear site in Isfahan in western Iran. On the screen, you can see the site where the process of reconverting enriched uranium is taking place. This is the next stage after uranium enrichment in the process of producing nuclear weapons. As part of the opening strike of the operation, we hit the site. Last night, we attacked it again. We struck it again in a large-scale attack, aiming to deepen our achievement. This is how the site looks now, after we went back and attacked it again. In the airstrikes, we also hit another site for centrifuge production. This is in addition to 2 such sites that we struck in Tehran last week. This is a cumulative blow that harms the Iranian regime's nuclear production capabilities. At the same time, we attacked launchers and ready-to-launch missile systems of cruise missiles in western Iran. The goal, to deny the enemy the ability to launch. This reduces the threats launched at us and strips away the enemy's infrastructure defenses. We struck the regime's launch systems and prevented their ability to build up in the future. We need to remain responsible and vigilant. Strictly following the guidelines is important and essential. The Iranian regime has taken hits to its firepower capabilities, blows that make it harder for them to operate. We are seeing the results of our strikes, and we will continue to deepen the damage. We continue to operate in all theaters of combat, carrying out our missions. The Hufradzil fighters are deployed and active in all arenas. I will continue to update and brief you on any developments. Program.